Recording. I've just fallen into a trump hole. Hang on. The new thing of
a trump hole.
Really? Oh my god! Why is it surprising? What are we doing? Should we do? I think we should do the concert first. Should we?
Okay, let's do the concert first.
Rick Astley. It was brilliant. His voice when he goes. He's such a good singer that he does that voice. Yeah. What did you think?
Yeah, I can't believe his comeback wasn't more successful.
Did he have a comeback?
Yeah, he recently released an album. Never gonna give you up, never gonna
turn around.
I can't remember the rest.
And desert you. Yeah, I mean, that, if he did have a comeback, that is a comeback based on a trolling meme of something terrible. Obviously, Rick rolled is the thing. That's why that's the only reason we remember him, really, isn't it? Otherwise, we would think, what's that, Rick Astley? But it doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter what it is. If you know what it is, bye. Anyway, but we of course don't do that. We're not commercialised sellouts. We're not interested in commerce or anything like that. This is pure art. And it was King Crimson on Tuesday. It's now Saturday. I don't know when you're actually going to see this, but it was very good. It's the 8-piece. We saw them previously in 2015. So you can watch our review of that. If you look in the King Crimson reviews, you can have a look at that. Obviously, that was our first taste of this particular configuration, although this is technically a different lineup. It's this era, this epoch, isn't it? So that was always going to be more exciting. That was always going to be, holy crap, because we'd only heard the Orpheum at that point. Now we've heard Orpheum, Toronto, Radical Action, Vienna, Chicago. I think I've missed one. And now Mexico as well, plus all the boxes, the tour boxes with bits and pieces on.
It's about £50,000 worth of merchandise you've just listed there.
Yeah, and Heroes EP. Have I listed everything? I can't even remember. So yeah, obviously this epoch of the band, not lineup, but epoch of the band. So it's never going to be quite as exciting, but it is exciting because it is different. And the biggest thing I take out of it is that, I've already talked about how the 8-piece is different on the Chicago show, and it is different. But I kind of got something out of it. The thing Fripp is talking about, that this is a definitive moment of Crimsonness. It is a bit different. Isn't it just the same, really? Is it? No. Okay. The complaint is it was too loud. Okay, it was too loud. It was very loud. It's a fantastic venue as a symphony hall. It's the best sound of any venue ever. So and I thought we had fantastic seats, but actually we were right next to the monitor, and that meant it was really, really loud. It was still very, very good sound, but it was really, really loud. Last time we talked about sort of being bludgeoned to death by the drummers, and we were so close to Pat Massalotto where we heard his acoustic drum, so the mix wasn't perfect, but it meant we really got that in our faces. This is the whole band. And it is an onslaught. It felt like a relentless forward motion, all that, etc. And the sort of terrifying horror of hell. The Crimson King. That's what I was feeling. That's what was there, and that maybe wasn't there in the 7-piece, and it is in the new one. Maybe. It was. There were some fantastic moments, and the approach is different with the 8-piece as well. There's more of a playing. It is more symphonic, not just in the sound of the whole band, but there's much more of the way they're playing is more grandiose. Kind of stuff. That's new, and that really comes out in stuff like the Lizard Suite. The Lizard Suite was absolutely amazing, far better than any of the ones we have recordings of, I'm sure. Obviously when you hear it live it's better, but still, also Indiscipline, it's so awesome to see that live. And someone we were with did actually say that the one I saw on the video, they've seen it on YouTube, of Mexico, that was much more conservative than the one on Mexico, I thought, well, yeah, it was so amazing. But I did watch the Mexico one again, and it's not that different. You've got to be there. The 3-drummer thing, that is designed to be seen, and you don't completely get it. I don't want to discourage people from buying the live albums because they're awesome, but you don't completely get it unless you're there. So yeah, it was good. It was a good concert.
Was that the biggest complaint? I don't know. It seemed to stop in the second half. Actually, okay, so it's in 2 halves and there's like a little intermission. I actually thought the first half seemed a lot longer than the second half.
Yes, I think it was.
Even to the point where it was getting a bit saggy after a while.
They ran over. Yeah. I think I don't know why. It's interesting.
Yeah. But we had a guy. You didn't hear it, did you? There was a guy that was like a little bit further down who every time a song started, oh yes, great, yeah,
I know this song.
Oh, he's like, oh god,
no one else knows it. We all know it.
But I mean, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't like the people filming in Musical Box.
Yeah,
it wasn't like that. I mean, and in that sense, I mean, there were I saw a couple of camera flashes during the performance, but actually it does help that everyone's focused on the stage and not, trying to record a video for Facebook or whatever. Look where I am, I'm watching King Crimson. So that does help. In terms of, apparently, I mean, the set list was interesting. I can't remember the set list from 2015, but apparently, they know a lot more songs now. I think they've got about 40 songs that they can play, and they sort of vary the set list every night, sort of thing.
Most of the 70s catalogue is there now, and a couple of 80s and 90s.
They managed to get rid of Larks Tongue 2, Part 2, quite early on, which was a bit...
Yeah, when it came on, it was like, okay, we're doing that now, are we?
I actually thought that was going to be the end of the first half. I thought, okay, this is going to be the end of the first half, and then we're going to have the second half. But yeah, I mean, it's a great performance. You say this is sort of like art, this is a mun.
It's not entertainment.
But there's an interview with Jacko, I think, in because they went to Nottingham after us, didn't they?
Yes.
And it's in the Nottingham Post, and he said, after they finished the first tour, and then Robert Fripp says, well, it seems to be quite popular. I say we just carry on. In other words,
not really.
Yeah, we're making we're making
lots of money.
Lots of money.
There is a thing with David. There was David Singleton's diary. We was talking about. There was some great shows in London, and there was another one in Birmingham, but I didn't get to go. I'm not going to hear what he thinks of the Birmingham show, but he said because of the murky world of performance royalties, because obviously it's much more complicated than any other King Crimson set list in history. There's all these people who will need some sort of royalties, I think, and obviously the big thing is they should be paying them.
Yeah,
that's sort of the DGM thing.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a great show. The second half absolutely flew by. I couldn't believe it when it finished. I was like, "Oh, is that it?" sort of thing. They're still great players. You got to remember they're getting on a bit now. Tony Levin and Brooke Phipps, 72.
Yeah,
Mel Collins,
72.
Yeah, I think they're 72.
That doesn't seem very old, actually. I thought he'd be older than that.
Or maybe I got it wrong. Google. Mel Collins as well. So, and actually, Mel Collins has got. I think he's got the hardest job up there.
He's the lead player in all of that. He's the lead player.
If you think about it, Tony Levin's playing bass, which is basically electric. Yeah, so he's got electric amplification.
You've got to hear it.
So is Robert Fripp. The drummers, there's 3 drummers. Yeah,
they're all right. They've got months and months of extra rehearsal.
Yeah, Mel Collins. Although obviously there's microphones and stuff like that. At the end of the day, the tone and everything is coming from his lungs and lips, and he's playing a lot of songs. Yeah. Actually, I thought at the end of the night, flipping it, he's the one that he's the key one. If he can't do it anymore,
yes, it's absolutely crucial, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, it was a great night, a great show, a great venue. Maybe they'll go round again if people keep going to concerts.
We've said that before. Oh no, it can't. I went to see them in 2000, thinking, there'll be another chance to see them. Even King Crimson is still going.
I tell you what really blew me off. Actually, the one song that blew me off was "Easy Money."
That's been fantastic. By all since 2014, that's been fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Easy Money. It's not that I'm a big fan. I always thought it was
The single.
yeah, the single. Actually, I mean, there was a point in the song. I think what it was a point in the song when they went off piste. You know.
Yeah.
And I thought, they're just buggering about now.
Noodling.
But it went epic, and it
Yes.
went mega epic sort of thing. And I was like,
Something happens.
this can't end. This song can't end.
Yeah. Yeah. When the song came back in, there was. Oh. I mean, it was just in. I mean, it's possible. I mean, they've all got in-ear monitors and they've all got metronomes, obviously, but the way it was like. You know, they were all just on it without looking at each other. Yeah.
Very obviously great musicians, aren't they?
Yeah, but they are a tight unit. There's 8 of them, and that's the thing. Normally with that kind of band, obviously it's the, and they're really tight. And we should point out, you know, that this big thing about there's nobody in the band consider themselves more important than anyone else in the band. You know, obviously we said Mel Collins is an absolute. He's the lead player, if you like. But I think he's very egoless, that's how it works. That's how, you know, that's what they need. Nobody in the band is like, well, these are my songs and I'm important. Let me jump around at the front and shush.
It makes me work because I mean, we all know Tony Levin's like a great bass player and all that. Has he ever come across anything that he's actually struggled with? No, he just looks like he's constantly playing within himself, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, of course, with Tony Levin, you don't really think about it with the others. I mean, for the first time in the band, when he came to the 2014 band, most of the material he didn't know. He wasn't on most of the material they were playing. He had to learn all of it, and he just okay. You know, the way he sort of funked up Starless.
Yeah.
Is amazing. I noticed they've kept Starless at the end, closing the set.
It's a good finisher. The way it finishes, obviously.
Yeah,
that's the special effects song.
Yeah, they're doing their Stairway to Heaven at the end of the set.
Yeah.
Never thought that would be a thing, but it's and it's like you said. I mean, you can be very cynical. You know that's got 1 million hits on YouTube, so they keep playing that one. That's popular. But yeah, okay, it was really loud. I didn't hear people shouting at stupid song names, and I didn't see anyone holding stuff up. I did see that a little bit at the previous one. So that's interesting. Finally, people have think, okay, if we don't do that, maybe they'll keep playing, and they have. That's good. Do that then. Listen to the songs. Shut up. Don't keep going out to have a beer halfway through the first song.
I would have preferred a bit more of an encore. They only did one encore, didn't they?
Yes.
I mean, it was excellent.
Yeah, it was just Schizoid Man. Yeah, I think that's very much what they feel like at the time. So you know the Mexico shows, they got such an ecstatic response. They're like 3.5 hour long shows over. You know, and we're not going to get that because we're rubbish audiences generally. British audiences suck. This is probably the best British audience you've ever seen. Tell you what, we arrived right at the last minute, didn't we? I mean, I met Sam there. He was waiting for me.
I was waiting for Kev.
I said 7:15, and I was thinking 7:15. And we got there at 17 minutes past 7. Basically, went to the loo. Oh, we had to hand our coats into the thing, didn't we? I left my tickets in my coat, handed into the thing. Went to the loo, came back, had to get my coat again, and then took our seats at like 25 past. And the show started. So, you know, I didn't get to go to the merchandise stand, so I don't have the 2018 tour box. I've still got to get it. But it doesn't matter because you can order it anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was a thing. Why I must buy this, spend loads of money.
Now.
Oh yeah, but it was the most orderly merchandise stand I've ever seen. There was a queue. There was actually a queue. People queuing up.
Patient queue.
One behind the other. A merchandising stand. I've never seen that.
It must be.
It is just a crowd, and you just have to do like a bar thing of just.
Oh yeah.
Hello. Yeah, and then someone else puts their hand out and, can I have one of those, please? So but we never actually got to go to it because there was a queue and there was no time. I ain't doing it in the interval. It's too risky. Although, I wish we'd stepped outside during the interval.
I didn't understand why we didn't. We just sort of
I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that.
Everyone else did.
I know. We could have just stood out in the... Because there's this bonging going on. dong.
Yeah, that's a bit
And
weird.
it's really loud. It's at the start of some of the live stuff, actually. But it has the whole interval. It was playing dong, 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 and we were trying to have a conversation. It was really loud and really irritating. I don't know is it there just to be annoying? Is it to make you leave, or is it to keep the ambience of sound?
I think it's to keep the ambience, isn't it? Sort of thing.
Yeah, because if it goes quiet and it's people talking, it'll take time to.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose, yeah, but it meant it was horrible. It was really annoying. They played nearly the whole of In the Court of the Crimson King, more than they did last time, because of course they played Moonchild, and obviously they played Schizoid Man, and obviously they played Epitaph, and they played In the Court, but they also played the bit after Moonchild, the nonsense bit, the bing bong rubbish, and it was really strange. I forgot my guitar. I was going to bring a guitar because Fripp's solo. I don't know if you noticed this after Moonchild. What was he doing? It was just ridiculous. You haven't got a guitar, have you?
No.
Oh. It was just bing, 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 bing.
I can't imagine
What's he doing?
Robert Fripp being the kind of guitar solo-y type person.
No, I'm not. I didn't expect him to go. But that was weird. I don't know if maybe even the Frippatronics, not Frippatronics, the soundscapes weren't working. It was supposed to be going whoosh, and he just went bing, bing. But at the same time, it was maybe it was a bit humorous, and I think within this concert at least, I didn't get the sense that Fripp was really on it so much as enjoying it, and there was a little bit of mischief in there, maybe, I think, in that he doesn't really have to do. They don't play Fracture, so it's not like he hasn't got anything where it's all on him. You know, he can sit back and watch the band, basically, just play his stuff. He's still sounding very, very thrashy, isn't he? Do you remember in 2015, we weren't sure, is he playing a sample of himself from like 1969, because it's so thrashy, because obviously so many years of him using synths and you know, and obviously that really heavy sound he does, the dun dun sound, is a sample. Obviously it's not really the sound of the guitar, so that was entertaining and great, actually. And you're not going there to hear Robert Fripp solos particularly, you know.
Although is it Gavin Harrison?
Yeah, he's the one nearest to us.
Yeah, he's a great drummer.
Yeah,
and he did a solo, and it was a great solo, wasn't it?
Yeah. It pretty much it's his solo in Schizoid Man. Really good. He does these because that's the one which we raved about. Pat Mastelotto, and I agree. I still think that there was some fantastic Mastelottoing, and we can see what he was doing, and he's very animated. He
is a big part of
the whole
show. Yeah, I mean, he does all the percussion.
He's the percussion, and drumming and percussion.
Yeah.
He doesn't just do the percussion. And obviously, sometimes there's a bit of that, but generally he's doing both, while there's another two drummers doing it as well. Yeah. But also, Gavin Harrison does this fantastic little brrr thing he does, but he's not so animated as Pat Mastelotto. He's very still. He's just he's like, oh, so yeah, fantastic player. I was going to say about the setlist. Oh, our Lizard was amazing. Did I say that already?
No.
Lizard was amazing. That has come on from when they were originally playing it. That was a real high point of the first half, and that's how it's the sound of the whole band has changed. It really, really isn't. They're playing these old songs. They're playing the old songs bit is just in the background of this stuff happening. First set still ends with Islands. I thought it felt like it was playing too fast. I don't know if it was my imagination. That wasn't like a big moment like it was on Chicago. I think Chicago's the best one of that, and maybe I don't know. Discipline comes out really well. Obviously, because it's actually about the drumming. You don't think of that. You think it's about the interlocking guitars. It's not. It's about the drumming, isn't it? So obviously, Discipline comes across fantastically when you're actually there. There was Radical Action had a great long intro. It's almost like a sort of level 5 thing that is new. It wasn't just a drum solo. There was these ascending lines and stuff. It's not on the setlist.com website. No one's talking about it. So maybe it's new. Maybe it's very new. I don't
Extremely
know.
new.
Yeah.
Heard in Birmingham for the first time.
Because someone said they were looking forward to hearing Drumsons something or other, and they always have a different name for it. So this was Drumsons in Brumsons. And let's move across the tour so we can see what else they called them. So in London we had Drumsons Do a Turn, and then on the next night, Drumsons Bring Joy to London, and then we had Drumsons in Brumsons, and then in Nottingham it was Drumsons Head for the Forest, and then in Manchester Drumsons on the Dock of the Bay in Cardiff. That's not the right dock, is it? Drumsons by the Seaside in Bournemouth. But actually, that's on the set list at setlist.com. There was no Drumsons at the start. They open with, there's a new tape of like studio chatter, something about biscuits, which was great. That's a spoiler, isn't it? And then they did the normal. You had the bits from Islands of the orchestral warm up stuff, and then they just along with it, and they do a little bit, and then it was into Larks Tongues 1. There was no drum solo there, but that is it is listed as Drumsons in Brumsons. There was a proper Drumsons in opening the second set though into Indiscipline. Is that right? I'm wondering if that's right. I'm wondering if Neurotica came after Drumsons. I don't. Yeah, I wonder if Discipline and Neurotica are the other way around. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So yeah, it was amazing. Suitable grounds for the blues. I was really surprised when they started playing it. And for a minute, I thought, "Is this the Errors?" No, it's not. No, this is Suitable Grounds for the Blues. I didn't think. I thought some of the songs wouldn't return. Some of the new songs, so they've now got fair amount of new songs. No interval. What's it called? Interval? Intermission? There was an interval. I mean, the song called Intermission. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, that wasn't there. Got to mention the vocals.
Yeah, he's
fantastic.
Good, isn't he? It's surprisingly good, sort of thing.
Yeah, you can see he's really giving it his all, and he's not singing all the time, which will help. He doesn't have to do that all the time, so he can really go for it. And then he's got like 5 minutes where he doesn't have to sing, which will help, obviously. But somehow in my head he would be slowing down. He's not. It's great voice, fantastic voice. Obviously, he doesn't have the technique of Adrian Belew or the range. He's got a fantastic sound, and it really suits the music. The person we were with did comment that he was surprised that Court of the Crimson King obviously got a standing ovation. It's just Court of the Crimson King, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then they played Indiscipline, which was amazing. So there is two sides to, which is very clever. There's something happening musically, which is fantastic, and they're playing all their favourite old songs, so all the old people can come in and go, "I remember that." Yeah, they played most of Larks Tongues as well. Well, half of Larks Tongues. They played Cadence and Cascade in London, so we didn't get that. That's weird. Moonchild itself was weird. I can't put my finger on it. I think that Fripp's guitar was much higher than the vocals. I think. Remember, obviously, the album version is sounds sort of underwatery kind of. But he turned his volume pedal right up while he was doing it. So that was strange. Cirkus. One More Red Nightmare came back. I didn't expect to do that one either. So much expectation. Anything to say?
I think we've said it all, really.
Yeah, it was good.
We liked it.
You should go and see King Crimson. You should get the live albums because they're amazing, but you should go and see them. You need to see them. That the three drummer thing can only be experienced in person. Obviously, live is better, because it is anyway. But particularly those three drummers things, you don't get it from a live album.
I was trying to explain to Sarah because I've been humming Schizoid Man ever since that concert, and that's it. I said, look, we were watching it on YouTube, and I was saying, look, no, I said that is so different live. You can't quite grasp it. It sounds quite tame. Yeah. On the album, but live, it's just something else. Yeah,
isn't it? It is an assault. It's something really heavy. But only live.
Yeah. And I don't think you can pick it up on the live album either.
No.
Or the DVD, whatever. Unless maybe you got a mega sound system, I don't know. So yeah.
Yeah, obviously we recommend it. It's millions of eggs. It's so many eggs. Go and see them.
Yeah.
See you next time.